This is the M-Balm effect.
Yo, what's going on? It's Saturday, June 29th, 2019. Good evening, it's the M-Balm effect. I'm M-Balm. Zookeeper's here.
Good evening.
Uber Mike over here. Yeah, so we're talking to you. Give us a text, give us a call. 855-M-Balm-19. That's 855-622-5619. So, boys, we had a very interesting night last Saturday. We went to Photo City Improv. And, well, we experienced some things that maybe some people would never, usually experience. And then we also experienced some questionable things. We're going to rate this event because I think it's very important. But before we do that, let me get to emails. There's two of them, actually, that we have. But for one of them, we're going to wait till next week. Because it's going to be a topic we're going to be talking about. And it's going to be an important topic. So we're going to wait on that one. So let me get to the emails here. So we're going to wait on this one. We're going to go to this one. Emails say we got an attachment here. Maybe we can get this to go to the drive here. So we're going to read it real quick. Hey guys, just saw your rapist rant video and started watching some of the other videos. I'll be honest, maybe a little less video time would be good because I couldn't watch it all of it. I decided to give you guys a topic on this. Here's a bathroom I have at my job. Okay. Well, well, there's a picture that goes with it, but here's what happened here. It says, I've had to take many dumps in the bathroom, and I've also had to have meetings on that phone, because there's a phone in the bathroom, it looks like. I did see this, so let's see if I can get that on here. Let me go to the drive. Let's see if it's synced up with it. It's not up there yet, it looks like, so let me see some.
Definitely an unusual.
Yeah, So, yeah, he goes, is this normal? What do you guys think?
Alright, well, hold on. Let's see the bathroom. We need to see the evidence here.
Well, let me see.
Alright, so hold up. They got a phone right above the bathroom.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this on here.
They got a toilet there, they got paper. Now, the bathroom toilet papers looks well stocked.
Yeah.
So,
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Dude, I don't know what you're complaining about, but you need to get your priorities straight.
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. I mean, how do you feel about talking on the phone when you're on the toilet? I mean, does that sound weird to you? I mean, that to me, this guy says he's had a whole meeting.
Man, you do what you gotta do, okay?
I'm gonna go
You
ahead.
gotta take care of business.
I'm gonna say that
It
a
looks
busy guy has a laptop while he's taking a Duke,
Mm-hmm.
and he's conducting business on the phone and typing and doing whatever he has to do
But
at the
seriously,
same time.
Uber Mike, if you had a business office bathroom like that, if
I never
where you
thought
were
of that. I would never
employed-
think of that.
where you were employed gave you your own personal business bathroom where you could do
Yeah.
business and go to the bathroom, and you wouldn't be judged on your time in there.
Right. He's got a point, man.
Would you like that privilege? I mean, seriously, we got.
me see.
I've never thought of that type of privilege, though. There, zookeeper.
Well, you have to think about that, though.
I
You
mean,
have
that's
to think
new.
about. Look what this man has. At
Yeah.
his,
I'm gonna see if I
I
can.
think this guy's pretty lucky. You know, I don't.
You think he's lucky?
Yeah, he's got a phone. Right
Yeah.
in his bathroom. I mean, he can take calls.
You can take
But with
calls.
the modern
you
age,
can
though, we
take
text
dumps
now,
while he's
man.
on the call.
Stuff, man.
When if somebody calls when you're
Jesus.
in the bathroom,
all right.
you
but
don't have to get up off the toilet.
I
do some
understand,
crazy
but I
hobbling
am also
stuff
going to
and
point
go
this
get the
out.
stuff and then hobble
In
back.
2019, right now,
Yeah.
we all text.
Right.
I know for a fact that when everybody takes a Duke, we're all on our phone scrolling through Facebook,
Well,
scrolling through the news.
right.
But if you're
Okay.
a
Something
businessman or
Okay.
like you have class
You know?
or style,
Yeah, that's
maybe
understandable.
You don't want to do business over the cell phone.
But
Maybe
is
you
this
wanna have a
bathroom that he's
phone
talking about, is it a
that-
public bathroom or is this a
Yeah, I
private
want to know.
bathroom?
This
Is
is-
this a public bathroom or?
Well, he said it looked like it sounded like he was saying that it was a place at his work, so it's got to be a public
It's
one,
gotta be a
right?
public bathroom,
So,
It's gotta
was
be.
it
That's
designed
like
for
a
anybody to
community
use?
Bathroom. That's a
I don't know,
community
man.
bathroom.
That's a very messed up situation. I don't know, man. I don't think that'd be a. I don't know. It's just weird. if you ask me. I don't know here. It's not coming up. So yeah,
Did
I
you
can't
sync
get.
it?
Yeah, it's not syncing for
Right
some
click.
reason.
Not thinking.
Yeah, it's not gonna sync.
Right click.
Refresh. I don't know, man. It doesn't look like it's gonna do it. So. Okay. Well, either way. Basically, there's just a phone in the bathroom.
So
Go ahead and put
basically,
it up
they
to the
have.
camera.
Let's see. I mean, I don't know.
you
For some
can't
reason,
really see it
it's not working
that
too
I
well.
don't know if it's to the right.
There we go. Now we're back in sync.
There's
Jesus.
a phone, a nice
Okay. Let's just move on.
corded phone to the wall above the toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
It looks clean and well.
Yeah. Let's just move
I'm gonna
on.
say that is a decent bathroom, and
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're back online.
we are now.
I would hope so. Let me just double check.
It's gonna take a minute for everything to sync back up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're online. I see
Hey
it.
guys, we're back.
Sorry about
we had
that.
A little,
We had a little network error.
Unreal. Yeah, it's okay. Well, we're here.
That's
We're back.
Spectrum for you.
Anyway,
Yeah, Spectrum.
last weekend we were at the Alienfam show.
I'm gonna start recording it on the hard drive right now, just so that way it's not gonna mess up. So that way we can re-upload it if we have to. But anyways, yes, we were at Alienfam Productions over in Photo City Improv, off Atlantic Ave. What an interesting night it was. We all three had experiences there, and we all three noticed some things that we were kind of like wondering why it was like that. First and foremost, let's do some of the pros. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys like about the show?
I mean, the guys really on stage were trying. They were trying to, really pump the crowd up.
Yeah. No, they were trying. I could see that they were trying. They were all into it. They were
It
dancing.
was a friendly atmosphere there.
Yeah.
I liked the atmosphere for a bit.
Yeah, there was
the atmosphere is definitely friendly.
The atmosphere wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the atmosphere. There was pretty hardcore dubstep going on there, and I enjoyed the music. I made the best of it, but the crowd was kind of lacking. I noticed.
All right, so here's our first problem: the crowd.
The crowd.
And let's get to that.
The floor was pretty much empty. There was like splurts of people, like just handfuls of people, just here, there, and the middle of the floor was completely empty.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. That was one thing I noticed.
I noticed that at a lot of points, more people were outside talking, enjoying themselves than they were the show.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that going because I went
Yeah.
between the show and outside a lot.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that a lot of times there was high peaks of just even people were just staying outside for 20 minutes, a half hour, even longer.
Right, I agree.
And in the groups and
people
stuff.
were filtering out, but they weren't filtering back in.
Exactly.
And what it came down to is a lot of people were. I think they got discouraged by the.
I
vibe
thought
there.
this was going to
They
be
were out
a hundreds of people packed full event.
Right.
I thought this was going to be
Yeah.
And,
way
we
bigger
all
than
had
it was.
High expectations
you
for
know.
what this was supposed to be.
I want to.
Didn't live up to it. No,
Yeah.
But first of all, let's go with. We're going with a 5-star rating system.
Yeah, we're gonna go with a 5-star
Now-
rating system. Let's do
Let's
some.
all say what we. Let's start with Uber Mike.
Uber Mike, what do you
would
think?
you rate them?
I'm going to
out
give
of
it a
5
solid
stars?
3.
You're gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5. Okay.
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 All right.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
All right.
And that stands.
M-Balm.
I'm gonna do 3 out of 5. There was a couple things that the music was great. The performers, Bassface, Stallion, all them guys played wonderfully. The crowd was lacking. There was a guy going around selling drugs. I guess
Oh my God.
there was some guy going around talking about how he was sold fake drugs. He bought meth instead of Molly, was it? Yeah, so
Oh my God, that's not.
some of these things were going on, and I was
good.
just, and I understand at a rave you're probably gonna get this kind of crap, but you know what, dude? There's just, but I gotta give it to Photo City Improv. My dumbass was drunk. I had a little bit too much to drink, and Uber Mike had a headache, and he wanted to go home, so we all rode together. I left my wallet there, and first thought was, that fucking wallet's gone.
When we got back to the studio,
Yeah.
it was all hell broke loose.
Not all hell.
Not all hell.
No, no,
broke
no,
loose,
no,
but
no,
it
no,
was
no.
It
just
was
the
all hands on
vibe
deck
dropped.
looking for
It
the
was just-
wallet.
We were
looking
looking outside.
in the
looking
dark.
everywhere,
Listen, I
looking
looked-
at
cars.
Right, we looked.
Looking in apartments.
I said, all right,
We were
look.
like, we have to call.
Right. Well, that's what Kat did. She called. My fiance called,
Now,
left a
Emma,
message.
What were you first expecting?
I was expecting that I wasn't going to get my wallet back. I thought some drug addict was going to take the wallet, maybe dump it somewhere in the trash or whatever, and then that'd be it.
Each corner store he could with it.
Right. But you know what? Photo City was very professional. They got back to Kat. They called her. She called me. We both went there together, and we picked it up. Everything was great. So Photo City Improv, 2 thumbs up on that. You guys are awesome.
Thumbs up for you guys.
Dan, the owner, he's an awesome guy. Thanks, Dan. I want to tell you how much I appreciate it. And the bartender that was there that night, thank you as well. Without you, that wallet would have been gone. So, Zoo, what do you give the show?
I will give the show an overall rating of... See, here's the thing. You know, the guys were trying really hard.
Right, I know.
The guys were trying really hard. But we can't just... We're not basing it off how hard, you know, the guys worked and how awesome the music... Because the awesome part was the music. It really was. But
I agree.
On this occasion, for the overall experience for your money, I would give it I would say maybe like a 2.5.
Okay, 2.5 you're going to give him?
I don't know.
All right, I think we're sticking...
I've seen a lot of
We're pretty in the middle on this. So it was average. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best. But it was a pretty average show. The guys that were performing, I want to thank you guys. It was a good night. We had our buddy Jay and Ryan. They were all hanging out with us. So, yeah, it was a good night all together. We made the best of it. But there was a couple things that we would definitely have changed of the event. So, with that being said, with music and local musicians, there's a guy who goes by the name of Charlie Mansin. This is one of his tracks here. He's actually on the phone with us right now, and we're gonna get to him in just a moment. Let's see. What's going on, Charlie? How's it going, man? Oh, not much, man. We're hanging out, having a good time, talking about all kinds of different things that happened. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm doing good.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear. So I know that. Let's see. I mean, we went to high school together for what, 4 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how time flies, right? You know.
Yeah.
So basically, I know it's been a while since we've actually seen each other and all that. So honestly, man, how's things been in the last 10 years?
Things have been good. It has ups and downs, but it's life, you know?
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I know that, I know you probably were disappointed with Game of Thrones, right?
Oh, yeah, dude, definitely.
Yeah, man. Game of Thrones definitely wasn't what we expected it to be. We kind of hoped it to be better than it was. And, honestly, dude, I mean, it could have been better, but... It's just one of those things, you know, and, it's just, it is what it is, and I'm glad it's over now at this point.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I know you're a big Game of Thrones fan, you're a big comic book fan, professional wrestling fan. What do you think of AEW tonight, man?
Oh, man, it was good. I've caught a couple of the matches. I missed some because I'm at work, but
yeah,
I was able to catch the end of the card. It's been good, really good so far.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear. So, you're from Rochester, you're 27 years old. Your birth name is actually Angel.
Yes.
And so that's interesting, And I've always wondered, where'd you get the name Charlie Manson from? I know you go by Charlie, so.
Oh, yeah.
That's just something I gave myself while I was trying to find an identity. I just thought I needed something that would represent evil music and stuff. And
right.
it was all the imagery and stuff, and I just went with Charlie Manson. I just decided to spell it differently.
Yeah, man. It's pretty unique. You don't see a lot of people, base their identity off of somebody who did some crazy things,
Yeah, I know, right?
So basically, I listened to a lot of your tracks. I went through your SoundCloud. One that stood out to me was Original Sin. Now, with that being said, I mean, your style of rap, it brings me back to like the late 90s, early 2000s. It reminds me of like that more grungy...
The grungy Cypress Hill type original
exactly.
shit. I like it, Charlie. Now, I'm just going to tell you, bud, I like the beat.
I loved it, the Original Sin, I heard your story, it's like I got to know you in that song. I got to know some of a lot of the things that I never knew about you, and we talked and all that all these years, and there's things I never even knew. So I mean, you've had a rough time, growing up here in Rochester. So with that being said, I mean, how was it growing up for you?
It was interesting, it wasn't your everyday life, definitely. It was, the city, it's just...
Yeah.
It's really interesting. That's the best way I could put it. I wouldn't change anything that happened, really.
Right, because it made you who you are, man. I mean...
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing that it happened, but at the same time, you got to make the best out of what happened,
Exactly, you do. You really do.
So, I mean, I know it's rough. I mean, Rochester in itself isn't easy to grow up in, and just the area itself. I mean, we have all kinds of things. We have Genesee Light, we have the garbage plate. We have all that stuff.
Oh, the garbage
Kodak.
plates.
Right, we have Kodak. But we also have one of the highest murder rates
In the state.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
We are the murder
Unfortunately.
capital.
So, I mean, they're with the good comes the bad, and vice versa.
Exactly.
But you got to make the best of it, So, I mean,
Exactly.
and I know in the song that you say that you've had to stay at the Hotel Cadillac and all that. Now that shut down about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Funny thing though, I heard it was going to be opening back up fairly soon.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that's awful.
Yeah, man. No, how was? I mean, I don't know, man. I've been on the outside of Hotel Cadillac. I've looked in, and all that, but I've never stayed a night there. I mean, how was it?
Dude, the hall smelled like piss, man.
Does it?
It was awful, dude. There was rats in that place.
Oh man.
Oh man.
It was the worst, man. I'm telling you, it was.
It
the opposite of a Cadillac.
sounds like hell,
The
man.
furthest thing.
I know, man.
That does not sound good.
I mean, honestly, I've heard people were found dead there and all that stuff, so it doesn't sound like a pleasant
believe it.
place.
I could just totally see that, dude. It smelled like a murder scene.
Yeah, man. I mean, it seems like
it's not good.
seems like it's a rough place to
good.
So, yeah, I mean, so what ended up? How'd you end up there? I mean, just
Oh, we couldn't pay for our rent and stuff, so my mom did the assistance, and they put us up there for free, so we stayed there
yeah,
with their public assistance and stuff.
okay. And you guys were there for a short amount of time?
A couple times we were there.
Okay.
Each time for a good amount of time, yeah, at least a month or two each time.
All right. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's rough there, and so when you got out of that situation, it probably was like a nice breath of fresh air. You're out of that place,
Breathing.
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, on the song you talk about your father. He moved down south eventually, right?
Yeah, he lives in Florida now.
Okay. You haven't had any contact with him since?
No, not really. We talked on the phone once, probably 3 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Now, I mean, how long was it before you talked on the phone with him? Quite some time, right?
Oh man, he came up here one time when I was in like 8th grade on a business trip, I think.
Okay.
But that wasn't like 8th grade.
Right. I know.
That was like the last time I actually saw him like in person.
Yeah.
Like 14 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that must have been quite an experience, though. I mean, all those years go by, and then you just see him, and you're like, man, where have you
Don't
been?
know what to say.
Exactly.
What do you say? What do you do? Like, you miss
I
so
mean,
much.
it's definitely an awkward situation.
Yeah, man. I can
It's
imagine.
not like I don't want to talk to him. It's like you're not putting any effort in to talk to me.
Right. And that's the thing. Relationships and friendships and all that go both ways.
It's a give and take.
Right.
You gotta keep in touch with each other. You can't just have one person doing all the work, and it's not healthy that way. So you gotta do what's best for you in that situation.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can only do so much. So I mean, you haven't talked to him since 3 years ago, then.
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's rough, man. It's a rough situation. I understand, like to the point,
Yeah.
To a point. So with that being said, I mean, you had the rough upbringing and all that, and you had the rocky relationship with your father. What got you into rap, though? Like, what made you inspired to do?
I want to know that too. What inspired you to do what do you do today?
I liked rapping. I just liked how it sounded, and I just liked making. It's cool to make words rhyme and stuff, and make people like say like, "Oh, yo, that's a cool line," or like, "How do you think of that?" or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you ride from point A to point B in a song? That's what I like.
Yeah. It's the journey, not the end point, right?
Exactly, and I just like when people listen to one of my songs, and if they can go like, "Oh, that line hit me. I know exactly what he's talking about," or
Yeah,
if
man.
they can be like, "Yo, how do you think of that? That was crazy."
See, that's what I love about your music. You're not just repeating 3 lines over and over
Yeah, no,
and
whatever.
over again. It's actually got some weight to it. It's not just the same old repetitive nonsense that
Yeah,
these
it
mumble. I mean,
comes-
nothing against all the mumble rap things. I mean, some of them can have good beats and all that. It's not my thing. I like the old school, like your sound sounds like the old school rap, which I love about
Yeah,
it.
that's
So-
what I'm trying to do, man.
Yeah, no, I like that, man. It's pretty good. And I know you've been on
Also,
hiatus.
The lyrics have meaning. The
Yeah.
lyrics have some backing to them.
Right.
They're not just those they're not words being tossed at you. They actually got some oomph when they hit you. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
It just kind of pulls at everybody's, mental. I don't know, even at your heartstrings a little bit, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, I know you've been on hiatus lately, man. When's the next time we're gonna hear another track or even see Charlie Manson up on stage?
Oh, you're definitely gonna hear some more tracks soon. I'm gonna get back into the studio soon. I'm busy trying to work a job, and I'm moving now soon. But soon I'm getting back in the studio.
Nice, man.
I'm starting to write again and everything.
I know you got.
I miss it. I do.
I know, man. You know, it's like I've taken a long break, and I know you probably you followed my web series when I used to have that going on, and we were gonna do that. And then all of a sudden the scheduling kind of got thrown off, and I just just wrapped it up. I said, look, we couldn't do it. Just don't do what I did and wait all these years, man. Just do it, man.
No.
You gotta do
definitely.
it. That's why I started the show up.
The shit too, man. I loved it.
Yeah. Nah, man. You got some good tracks, man. You got some good beats. You got some good lyrics. I like the sound. Keep it up, man. I'm serious. Like, this is some good
Definitely.
stuff. And I'm hoping we can see you live sometime here, man. We'll do whatever we can to.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely. I'll let you guys know if I have anything coming up for sure.
All right, man.
Charlie,
I'm trying. I'm
Charlie,
trying to get booked. I love to perform. I love it.
Yeah,
On
man.
stage.
Definitely good.
All right.
We
Hey.
definitely, Charlie, next
good to hear from
concert
ya.
you have, let us know so we can be there.
Oh, definitely. I will. I got you guys.
Give us a shout out.
Yeah, man.
I got you.
Hey, thanks again for talking with us, man.
Yeah,
we
thanks for
appreciate
coming
it.
Yeah,
on
we
the show.
appreciate you calling.
No problem, man. Hey, take it easy, and we'll catch you next time, my man.
All right, cool, man. Thank you. You guys have a good
talking
night.
with
You
you.
too,
All right, have a
man.
good
Thank
night.
you.
All right, peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace. All right.
All
you
right,
heard
folks,
it,
and that was
local
Charlie
rapper
Manson.
Manson.
Charlie
rapper,
Manson.
Rochester, New York.
So yeah, I mean he's had a rough time. Yeah, and he's brought himself to a point. He's married now, and he's doing his thing now, and that's pretty inspirational when you think about it. Because honestly, a lot of people they just give up,
Yeah,
and that's not
he
good.
definitely started from the bottom and worked his way up.
Yeah.
know, he may have had a little hiccup, but life happens.
Yeah.
Life happens, and it sounds like he's coming in for a comeback.
I know.
I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I think all of our viewers definitely probably would be. I think they need to check out Charlie Manson's music.
Yeah, check it
and,
out. If you're watching the replay, we'll have the links on the description below. Please do us and yourself a favor. Click that subscribe button. Please
Click
subscribe to us.
subscribe,
We're going to do a
please.
lot more of this, and we're going to do a lot of other stuff. We have a lot of things in plan. And also, we have another event that we're going to be going to August 16th,
do.
but we'll be talking about it more. You'll see it, actually. There's going to be a banner on the outro video, and while we're going to exit here, we're going to play Original Sin by Charlie Manson for you. So,
Remember to follow, like, subscribe, and more importantly, send us your email.
send us an emails.
What
Send
you
us
think,
emails,
comments or
call us,
questions.
tweet us.
Ask us something, tell us something,
And
tell us what you want us to talk
folks,
about, get involved.
If you have the time, please subscribe. Now, I will give you a personal shout out if you subscribe. Every person
Zookeeper.
subscribe.
My
Zookeeper.
That's right.
Likes to shout out.
He likes to
Next
shout.
10 subscribers, I'm going to give every one of them a subscribe.
Okay.
Shout out.
All right.
We're getting a shout out.
Awesome.
So let's bring it in. Come on, guys.
Bring some subscribers. Tell your
People are
friends.
Getting an on-air shout out.
We're doing a lot more than we were going to do, but you know what? We're going to do our interviews with people like
We're gonna
Charlie.
do that in the distant future.
Yep.
When we reach our followers goal.
gonna be a lot of
we're
stuff
gonna do some gear giveaways and cool stuff. So
That's right. We'll have
stay
gear.
tuned to the M-Balm effect, folks.
We'll have gear made up for you, and we'll have all those things going on. So,
See you next time.
with that being said, we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Have a great week, and have a great 4th.
Have a great
July.
4th of
We'll
July.
see you
And
next
for
week.
people in Soda's Point, have a happy 3rd of July. We'll see you there.
That's right. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. It's the M-Balm effect. Bye.
Bye.
Wouldn't solve all my problems with the noose. Then I started at this rap shit. I never knew that this would start a new chapter. I'm immersed in a rap life that is different colored pills and a long night. Staying up till my verse is perfect. I'm not getting money yet, but you can bet I'm working. My harsh thoughts make real raps. My heart isn't there, it's a steel trap.